Twitch. Ah, the chat room is here actually. Okay. I'm gonna ask you to just keep an eye on the chat if you can.
Sure.
Okay.
So hang on, if you're streaming it to me on Twitch.
Yeah, we're live.
Hang on. Okay, well, you know it takes a while for me to acknowledge that we're live. Plus, I'm gonna put you on my computer since I'm not gonna be on Discord. Give me a second. Twitcheroo.
Oh, you have to stay on Discord though.
Yeah, of course. I'm on Discord still, right?
Yeah.
So we're good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, take 2. Halo Infinite, first impressions.
What do you mean take 2? It's like take 17 at this point.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, we've had some technical issues. Long story short,
place. It's so
for now,
full of more monsters coming to kill us.
For now, I tried to play Halo earlier today. I played the prologue, which is basically start on a base, start on a ship, and then you end up here. What's the volume like? Excuse me. It's very, very loud. Okay, here we go. Yeah, where you start on a spaceship, and then you end up on the Halo, which is where we are now, this, thing. And what you guys are seeing for the first time is also what I'm seeing for the first time, meaning I haven't left this area yet. And so far the game is very, 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 very good. Gameplay-wise, it's the most fine-tuned Halo that I've ever played. Meaning they managed to upgrade it every time you play it. They've done a great job with that. And you could feel it in the multiplayer as well, the beta. I'm not going to talk about the multiplayer services, because that's a different topic that a lot of people are upset about. But yeah, what do you think, looking at it?
My prior experience with Halo is 1 and 2, and really the only one I actually truly played through was the first one, so that's really the only, let's say, angle point I have to look at this from. Yeah, so since the fucking release of the Xbox, I haven't really played through a Halo, so it looks great, it looks very fluid, it looks very nice, it looks very clean and sharp. I'm recognizing the enemies, which is always nice. I don't know. The big difference now is that it's sort of more open world-ish, right? Not so linear. Is it like semi-open world?
Yeah, it's the first time that Halo has an open world. I was a bit worried about it. I talked to some people on Reddit, and nobody complained. They all said, no, they nailed it. Pretty cool. And I don't know yet, because this is still the first area, right? We're talking about first impressions of the game, not, we're not 5, 10, 20 hours in. So it still feels like a level. I don't feel like it's open world yet.
Well,
right?
Well, you're still at the base. You haven't even explored anything. So I mean, bruh, normal. Okay. No, but it looks really polished. Like, that's really my only point of reference, is that it looks very polished.
I will say that when it comes to being polished, so I played all the Halos, right, on console, and when I had my previous computer, the Alienware from 2014, I actually played Halo Reach from the Master Chief Collection, which was the first one to come out, and I played it online with our friend Fred, and it played so amazing on PC. Like on what I had, 60 frames per second, solid all the time. It felt like this one does, but obviously I was more limited by the tools that the game gives you. And I'll also say that Halo Reach for me is on my top 3 best Halos, maybe top 2 even.
Right. I got you.
Like that, at least the first impression, right? It's like how I remember it. So you can see when I'm looking at the floor and I reload, like the animation is so well done. This looks like metal. It looks like a picture of metal, really. And we're playing on low settings, guys. It's not performance or anything like that. And it's running beautifully. Both the multiplayer, online, I've had no issues, no quote-unquote, fucking bullshit when you're playing games. And,
Yeah. So I mean, it looks great. Looks delightful,
yeah.
bro.
I was a little worried that with a bigger world or a bigger environment that it would have more stuff to render, but it seems like it's managing okay. We'll see later on if there's like vehicles to the mix and allies and everything like that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm playing on low settings, if people are wondering, because I want to keep my computer cool. Nice and cool.
Good man. You've been looking forward for quite a while to play this game, haven't you?
I have, yeah, for years now, actually. To the point that it was actually a relief when I got to play Reach with my buddy, our buddy, online. We did the whole campaign of Reach and the first Halo Anniversary Edition, which is 10 years old now already. But it's just because the Halo 5 campaign was such a disappointment. Like, I played through it. I know that I was disappointed at the time with the campaign of the 4th Halo. I thought it was good, it was solid, but it wasn't great. So I thought, man, Halo 5 is gonna be the shit, right? And it wasn't. It was the opposite. I was very disappointed, and the campaign is very important for Halo, in my opinion, and it should be. And
yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason you play this FPS, right? I mean, that was the reason I enjoyed it originally, was because I enjoyed the campaign. Like, for me, it was pretty fucking decent, so...
and the campaign from Halo 5 was a big disappointment, to the point where I tried to replay it, like, maybe it's not so bad, let's replay it again. I played 20 minutes, I'm like, no, I'm done.
Damn, harsh.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I finished it once, not twice, which is rare for me, because usually Halo campaigns, I finished them several times.
Gonna need some ketchup for all those harsh browns are serving me, dude.
Yeah, Jesus. Man. Even but the multiplayer on Halo 5 was pristine. It was by far my favorite multiplayer, and the multiplayer for this game, the beta, plays awesome, right? Like I said, we're gonna keep the topic of discussion of services for another day, but at least it plays amazing, right? And that's all you could ask for in the end, is that the game plays amazing. I love Halo campaigns. I mean, they're the reason, also just like you, why I got a Halo game in the first place, or it's the reason why I got an Xbox in the first place, because I played those first 2 levels at a friend's house, the first 3 levels, and I was like, man, this is wonderful. And I'm gonna be honest, man, playing the first hour of this game, they nailed it. Like, they actually went, okay, let's fix things. Halo 4 wasn't what it could be. Halo 5 was a disappointment, campaign-wise, right? And let's make this worthwhile for the fans. And I think they did. One of the problems I had with Halo 5 was that the enemies were very generic, fighting like these little robot thingies. Some of them are like shaped like dogs and stuff. And some of them are shaped like, powerful beings. But it's not satisfying to play through them. It's more like they're a hindrance and they're frustrating to deal with, and when you do kill them, you don't feel like you've accomplished anything, right? In this case, they brought back the stupid one-liners from the grunts. You have elites, you have brutes, which we've had since Halo 2, and this is cool. So checkpoint, nice. Okay, I didn't know that. And there's several different types of enemies. Like, I love that they talk shit, which is awesome. Dialogues.
Hasn't that been a staple? But hasn't that been a staple since the first one? That's partially what I remember.
Yeah.
It was I played it in French initially, and it was hilarious to hear the little dude sing. It was so hilarious, like, no, he didn't. I was like, Jesus, bro, this is hilarious. This is great. But yeah, like, for me, that's partially something that really attracted me. Humor in games is something that is big for me, especially if I'm gonna play a style of game that I don't particularly enjoy, as in FPSs. If you put humor into it and good dialogue, that makes the whole fucking difference. Well, absolutely.
That's the thing. On Halo 5, we had these like faceless, devoid of any individualism or personality type of enemies. You know, like from the different kinds, from one kind of enemy to another, you didn't feel like there was much thought into it. They look cool the first 15 minutes, and then you're like, wait, this is it? And here they were like, no, we're gonna bring back all the cool shit you like about Halo. And they did, and it does. I did get that feeling. Maybe because it's been a while since I played a really good Halo game, new.
Right.
That I got a similar feeling that I got from when the first time 20 years ago or 18 years ago when I played the first Halo. Like the feeling was similar. It's like, yes, they nailed it, you know. I feel something. This is fun. You know, I just died stupidly 3 times. I don't care. You know, this game is fun to play. And it looks wonderful. Oh, okay. Gameplay-wise, something that's actually on the multiplayer is a perk, but here you can just use it is... Boom! Grapple hook.
Yeah, I noticed. It's like your right button, right?
Yeah, right button. And you have to reload it.
Gotcha.
But it's pretty cool. And thing is, we're now in this open area. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But I like the fact that it's like you versus the environment again. I would love... Okay, let's like keep the talk about services on the side. I would love to play this co-op with someone. But we're not gonna get any co-op until May. They announced.
Fair.
But this thing on
Fair enough. I mean, I would play this. I would play this co-op with you easy, like, no problem. The thing is, like, and I think that that's also partially why I really enjoy Halo, or at least I did initially. Is I don't know how it develops in this one. I have no idea, but I like games that don't rely much on RPG elements, as in like upgrading weapons, keeping the same weapons, having to use shit tons of different things to upgrade weapons. And for me, this feels like a pick and go kind of weapon game.
Actually,
so to say. Oh shit, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Fuck me sideways.
No,
right.
Listen, it's only like stuff for your suit. There's like 1 and 2. That's it. You know, and then this is basically a not a codex, but what do you call it?
Shit,
dude. No, there's nothing. There's
shit, dude.
Look at this. There's a map and 2 rows of upgrades. That's it. It's not even like Doom or anything like that. It's just a map.
Fine.
But at least you got a map, man, which you never get in Halo. It was a little bit frustrating at times. I mean, it is very linear, so the level design is important in that sense. Here, it's a bit different because you can go wherever you want. I will say that I was surprised when they introduced that little customization RPG element to it, but it doesn't bother me whatsoever, and you can, much like in Sekiro, play without it.
Right. Gotcha.
I feel, because like Halo is very much a game that is based on skill. Also the multiplayer I feel online and not on reflexes. It's not like Call of Duty where whoever presses both triggers at the same time headshots the other guy first. Here it's there's a lot about thinking about corners and the shield, and it depends on what weapon you got and what weapon I got. It's not just like who shoots who first.
Is anything?
No, of course.
That's really cool. And I still feel that.
I think I can guarantee this base will be safe.
Oh, this is Cortana 2.0, by the way. Basically, it's not Cortana, but it's a new AI that we baptized.
Okay.
Cortana.
Just so you know, I can't hear it because you're on Twitch and I don't have the sound on.
Right.
But yeah, I imagine.
I put the sound of the game pretty low, actually. So even for Twitch, if you're listening, it's mostly us talking. So this is the first objective that I've done since I came outside.
Let me see.
Okay, securing the landing zone, basically.
Modification of the Covenant's BattleNet protocol. Pretty easy to push through.
Interesting.
Done.
Very interesting.
From their system, we're safe here.
Okay.
LZ secure.
Okay, so I'm sure that now we'll have to like secure LZs one after another. It seems. This is basically Far Cry reskinned with Halo, if Far Cry was actually good. Yeah, I said it.
Bro, look, I'm not gonna argue with you. Not over games that I don't play. It's like, for me, they're so far off interest points that they just don't exist. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Pretty though.
Sure. A lot of games are
So
like
this is the
right
guy
now.
who
I'm
found the
playing.
space. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna say, like, right now I'm playing AC Valhalla, right?
Did you find what you were
And
looking for? Can we go?
and you know, after Odyssey, I kind of promised myself never again, obviously.
Cortana.
But
Pochi.
but I fell in the hole because I've been watching Vikings, and I was
Yeah,
like, bro,
exactly.
look.
Why do you think I went back to Odyssey? I was listening to history podcasts on the Persian Empire. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
well,
back.
there
How
you
is it,
go.
though?
You know,
Did you
and
go to that world? How do you feel like?
Dr. Catherine Hall
I mean, I think I've played about 10 hours of the game, maybe.
I was successful.
And
Cortana's no longer a threat.
look, it looks
She's going to help.
it looks beautiful. It plays beautifully.
Of course.
But it has, for me, it's got the same recipe as Odyssey, as in you remember in Odyssey you had the whole secret guys you had to kill, you had the Codex of the Templars, and it has the exact same thing
You're trying to survive.
happening.
I was programmed.
It plays really the same way, and the thing that I hate about all the new Assassin's Creeds since, I don't know, since Assassin's Creed 2 or since Revelations or whatever, is that, again, this is my complaint, but this is my pet peeve. It has nothing to do with the game not being good, because a lot of people love this. I hate how much upgradable things there are. For me,
Yeah.
that's a really, really, really bothersome thing, personally, because the world is already massive. It's massive. And I started in Norway, and I'm in England now. And we're talking about, you know, East Anglia, Mercia, Wessex, Northumbria. You're talking about the whole fucking map. And in Norway, it was just partially Norway. And I think that I will still be traveling to other places, most likely.
But did you want to stay in Norway or something like that?
Let's go.
Did you wish?
No, you
to
start the
do
game
more?
and... No,
Really
actually,
so far?
I don't, because Norway is fucking... It's so fucking hillish. There's too many hills, so much snow. It's hard to get to places because it's harsh environment, and if you're with a horse, there's so many things to climb. It's, you know, it's not... C'est pas le plat pays, quoi. So it's not really the best. But it's the prologue. It starts with you being there and having to, you know, end up having to go to England to seek out a new saga for yourself. Let's put it that way, so to say. But it's really pretty. But the thing is, I find myself playing a couple of hours a time. Like, I play 1 or 2 hours.
So it's
and
a good
as soon
game
as
to
I
chill
do
like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, as soon as I do one mission or 2 missions, and then I look at the map, and I see how much shit I have to do.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's
I feel that.
discouraging. There's too much, and I know some people love that. And obviously, like I said, this is intrinsically a personal preference. But for someone that even has that much time, because I have shit tons of time to play, I could play for hours and days in a row. But it makes me feel like I'm wasting my time. Like, when I'm playing it. It doesn't feel like... It doesn't feel nice. It's like, okay, it's... Again, you're very pretty. It's the Viking fucking thing. It's got the Sons of Ragnar. It's got that... You know, it's that epoch. It's the late 8th century. It's really interesting, but... It lacks the substance that the initial ones did, I guess. I don't know. I don't know that if I'm just romanticizing my idea of what the first ones were, and maybe if I go back to them, they're not as good. You know? I don't know.
Iconic Halo music. Da, 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 da.
Is it?
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
Fair play, fair play.
I'm gonna be very honest and say that I'm very excited to play this game. It's to the opposite of what you are saying about Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
That's
It looks
great, bro.
great, and I'm very hungry to play it. I mean, you got Game Pass, man. I think that this doesn't feel like the same
Bro, I have too many
recycled
games
bullshit.
on
No,
my
no,
list.
but okay, okay.
I was
But
created to lock
like on
down
the topic of
Cortana,
Assassin's Creed, for
but I don't
example,
know
you feel like
why.
it's always recycled content.
What did she
Yeah.
do
I
that was
don't
so
get the
wrong?
feeling that Halo,
She was our
Halo Infinite compared to Halo Guardians,
I understand
Halo
that,
5 is recycled content. I don't get that feeling
Is this
at all.
classified?
And the way that you're
Because I
playing,
don't
I
have
mean,
all the
Halo
information.
will always try to refine itself. I get the feeling.
Everywhere. Did you hear me?
Like they'll always try to
Everywhere.
make
What
Halo
That's good.
better
Dr. Halsey
and not
give
just
you
give
before
you
your
more
mission?
Halo for the sake of it,
Halsey only tells
and
people
then
what
just
they
put a few
need
superficial
to
things to
know.
make you feel like there's been
Right,
some
straight into
evolution
enemy
or something.
territory. No one will ever
And that's
notice.
something I actually really appreciate.
Great idea,
Now,
big guy.
it's
still
true
don't
that it's
understand why
been
you had to
6
delete
years
her.
since the last Halo
Feels
released,
like
so
something's
maybe some
missing.
people expect more, some people
Guess what?
expect less.
They noticed. They all noticed. And we've got a
But I'm really
battlestronger
happy
up
with
ahead.
what we get right
Armored,
now,
very
actually.
heavily armored.
It'll have to wait, I
Um,
suppose.
It doesn't feel
close
like
can you
Far
get
Cry
us?
with a Halo skin.
How
We're just
close?
taking the piss. I mean,
We're unarmed. and
in
you're asking me how
lately, the
close?
last few years,
Just
fuck
down
Ubisoft games in general. Even though I still buy them like a moron.
We're still doing this.
But I don't feel at all like I'm gonna waste my time, and I'm very excited to keep playing.
It's close enough.
To keep playing this game. I will say for the enemies, for example, there's different types, and I'm really enjoying that. The different types that you've met so far. You do meet a boss at the end of the prologue. I don't know if it's gonna be
We're close to
easy
the
or
UNSC signal's
difficult for
origin.
other people. I died like 3
Source.
times before I could get him.
Unclear. There's just too
Um,
much
You're also
chatter.
playing
yeah.
heroic straight away, right? So I mean,
Look down
Well,
there.
yeah, of
We're
course.
close to
I
the
mean,
fog we detected.
yeah, you
I've been
say
playing
of
Halo
course,
for
but not
2
everybody.
Monsters.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, Fonso, but not everybody starts off the game playing
Sure.
in hard
I'll
difficulty.
show what I
but
can do.
I will say that heroic is the standard difficulty for most people who've kept playing Halo throughout the years. Like, or at least, I'm actually impressed. You can look really far away. Let me see if I can just... How accurate is this gun? Oh shit, it's very accurate. Boom, headshot, look at that. Wow. So, yeah, it doesn't render that well. Those guys are accurate too. So, I think heroic... It feels kind of
Okay,
easy, to be
UNSC
honest.
signal
Like, it
first.
feels like it should be
But we need to
harder
come
on
back here when
heroic,
we're
but
done,
maybe
or
it's
the other
also
fob. You
because I'm
choose.
older and I know how to play these games a little bit better than when I was younger.
You're a veteran of this game. It's like if you give me
yeah,
any
of this
Mario
game,
game or
yeah.
any platformer, bro. You've seen me play. Remember that time we both played the platformer at the same time? That 2D side scroller platformer. We streamed
Which
it at
one?
the same time, solo.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
just
yeah. You were miles ahead of me. Yeah,
like
I remember.
because inherently it's the language I speak. It's like, yeah, bro.
Right.
Like that's it. Like, no fooling me. So I understand what you mean.
Boom.
But for me, this
This is
is
so
completely
cool.
different.
Dude, but you can see, like, from here, like, just with a stupid pistol, these guys are so far away. It's still accurate enough, it feels alive. Those brutes
Sure,
have no
sure.
shield, they're very strong. It's like it's like a medium difficulty enemy. They have armor, they have a helmet, which you can pop off if you headshot them. So they don't die at first with just one headshot, even with the shotgun. But they're not very hard to kill. So it's really well balanced the way you can go about, getting rid of all of them. I really appreciate it, and the difficulty is only as difficult as you want it to be. Like, I haven't felt like I need like specific strategy, except for that part where there was a boss in the prologue. And it still feels like Halo, but better. I'm loving it, man. Like, right now, I'm happy talking to you and stuff. I don't have to focus that much because like you said, you speak the language of the
Short
game.
work of that, huh?
Mm.
Now to business. Let's lock down fog.
I'm having a great time with this game right now. Like, I just want to keep playing it.
Great. At the end of the day, that's what you want, right?
Yeah. I was scared that maybe it wouldn't be good, but I think I got a good feeling about this. I got a good feeling that it's going to be not just a good experience game-wise, but I think it's going to be one of the best Halo campaigns in a while. At least since the third one. Not since the third one, but maybe since Reach, maybe. I think. I'm just saying, based off of feeling.
Sure. No, I get you.
I get that feeling that you want to explore the map. Remember how the second level of the first Halo felt like so vast and wide?
Oh, it felt massive, but
Yeah, I
felt
think they're
linear
giving.
still, which I
Yeah,
enjoyed.
but at the time when you're like 11, 12 years old playing that thing, you're just thinking to yourself, "Whoa, this is."
No. For that for at that time that was like
Deep.
open world for
It
me.
gave
Like,
you
it was
that Hyrule Fields feel from Ocarina of Time. The
Oh
same type of
yeah,
feeling.
when you exit the Kokiri village for the first time and you enter
Yeah.
the Hyrule Fields, you're like, "Well, this is massive." Really, it's like nothing.
Yeah,
It's got like
but
4 exits. You go in just 4 directions. Like, okay,
a
but
vast game.
it feels. Yeah, true.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for today. The weapons are all fun to play with, the alien weapons and everything. They have new ones. I'm hoping I'll run into other weapons later, or at least they will add some of the classic Halo weapons in a few months. But this is you against the world so far, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Just make it short, first impressions, and then play for a few hours and let the peeps know how it went. Actually, I'm just gonna keep playing.
UNSC signal first.
But
we need to come back
we're
here
gonna
when you're
end the
done,
stream
or the
for
other
now,
club.
and
You
guys, we
choose.
will be right back. Maybe in like 10 minutes with
Sure, sounds
some
good.
Chief,
customer
let's capture that
service
fob.
stories and rants. We'll do
Sure.
yours first and then mine,
Sure.
because yours is justified and mine is just a complicated story with a happy ending. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, sounds good.
Everyone, this is Jack and Papu signing off. We'll see you guys soon. More Halo Infinite content coming. And now that Mr. Jack is settled with a little mini corner studio on the way, lots of content coming to you on Twitch. So follow the _Jack Reinhardt. And come check us out on YouTube, Jack and Papu. Lots and lots of content piled up coming to you soon. But we're going to put this one online probably tomorrow, along with the discussion we had of 20 years of Microsoft. 20 years of Xbox.
For sure.
Sorry. Yeah.
We get what you mean, bro.
We get it. Anything you want to tell the peeps?
Not really. Just follow Papu91 on Twitch. Follow us both, Jack and Papu Talk Shit and Play Games on YouTube. And in any case, we'll be seeing you lovelies in like, what, 10, 15 minutes? So.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, that's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.